What is up, guys? Politics Gaming here, and today we're doing a brand new video about world warfare and economics. This is going to be the second dev diary, which we are going to cover. There are already 3 out, so we already have 2 down, and we have 1 more to go after this, so look forward to that video. Before we get started, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more content like this, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss anything whenever I do make it on the channel. So dev diary number 2 will cover politics, so we're going to go ahead and start this off. Politics is Greek of affairs of the states, is a set of activities that are associated with the making of decisions in groups or other forms of power related among individuals, such as the distribution of resources or status. World Warfare and economics have a unique and realistic politics mechanics for players who really desire for it. Politics mechanic is an optional mod where players can disable or enable before starting a new game. Each country in World Warfare and economics will have its own unique election system and regulations related to politics, as well as their national assembly or parliament. We can actually see what parliament looks like in World Warfare and economics, so we can see that this is possibly the British Parliament, so we can see the Conservative Party, the Labour Party, and then other related parties as well. So that's at least a guess, 650 seats, and then we see the Labour Party. So I believe that we are looking at the British Parliament right here. We have actions that we can dissolve the Parliament, and we have re-elections that we can look at. So wonder what those are going to entail. When choosing to play with politics, you will have to monitor constantly your relations with the other parties. Your relation with the parties is very important to gain political stability, which will help with corruption and popularity in your country. When other parties are having a large support toward the president will be able to pass more laws, policies, and budget changing with the support of his allies' parties. We can actually see we have the Conservative and Unionist Party, the Alba Party, the Democratic Unionists, the Party Alliance Party for Northern Ireland, the Green Party, Labour, Scottish Nationals, Lib Dems, Sinn Féin, Social Democratic and Labour Party, and then Palio Siamaru. I probably skewered that name. But we can actually see that these are all British political parties. So I was right in the assumption that this was the British Parliament. So we can see that is a coalition leader. We can see who are a part of the coalition and who are a part of the opposition. One thing is more important than anything else related to political parties is their ideologies. Each political party will follow their own ideologies, so when you want to modify a law that is not fit with political ideology, this party will not support your law or decision, no matter what is their support rate in your relationship. Political parties can maintain the following ideologies: capitalism, socialism, environmentalism, militarism, liberalism, conservatism, democracy, dictatorship, economics, religious, and nationalism. And then with parties' ideologies, each country will have its own unique progress. Each country with parties that support liberalism will make more progress through liberalism policies than conservative policy, which will take effect even if playing without politics. So we do see that the Alba Party, we have political position, which is right. The parliament position, which is in the coalition. The seats in parliament is 2 out of 650. Total support is in the last election, 198,000. Presidential support, 75%. And then we have ideologies. They support democracy, conservatism, capitalism, militarism, and economics. So we can see increased support, increased budget, or ban the party if we so want to. Democratic Unionists are in the extreme right. They are part of the coalition. They have 9 seats. They got 893,000 supporters in the last election. But they support the president only 37%. Their ideologies include conservatism, religiousism, militarism, and nationalism. And then to increase your support for other parties or making new election promises, the player will need to have a high political influence. Each action related to policy will have political influence cost. Political influence are increased monthly. The increment is an average support of all of your political parties. For example, if your party's average support is 55%, you will gain 0.55 political influence each month. Political influence is capped at 10 in order to simulate a more realistic world. This can be changed through the console command system. So we have in political influence, average support 28.25%, monthly increment is 28% of 1. Then we see increased support by 7.5%, cost of 3.5 point political score. And then that is to increase support. So these options down here require a lot of political support to do so. It's kind of like that Hearts of Iron system, I believe. Every few years, depending on the country law related, each country will have an election, assuming the country is democratic with elections. When playing with politics, you'll need to win the election each time in order to continue the game. If you lose the election, the game will end, and you can still continue through the console commands. So you will need to be extra careful when any action you make, because every action can heavily impact your political influence and stability. You can win elections by promising related to each sector. We have a marketing campaign including propaganda and some illegal ways, including hacking, election bias, etc. Promises need to be kept in order to gain political stability and influence. If you make promises which you won't keep, you will lose stability and popularity, which can cause you to lose the next elections because people won't take you as seriously. So we see the 2022 elections. The election will start on 9/13/2022. The promises bonus is 1.8%. We have health, security, education, all of the sectors that we talked about in the previous video, which you can find here. Basically, you can come in and make promises related to these sectors. You have the 2018 election results, in which we can see that in the 2018 election, we got 35 million votes to 19 to 4 to 1.4 to 893. Etc. So I was actually correct that those numbers that we were seeing in those party stats are from the last election. So these are going to be very important whenever you're playing the political side of World Warfare in economics. Players can change the election system, years in power, and even make a complete transformation through a dictatorship country. These kind of actions will have heavy impacts on your relationship with other democratic countries. They will disconnect all diplomatic relations with you, and some of them may even break or declare war on you if they feel like you threaten them. Every decision, player or AI in the game will have an effect on 220 countries across the world. So after every decision, players will start seeing consequences to each decision. So we do see passing laws and policies, party system, election system, and years in power. So we can see that these are the election laws that we can actually change in the game. I would be really glad to hear your opinion and feedback, so please feel free to ask, share, and make your feedback in the comments or in one of the gaming communities. Thank you for reading it, Lotus121. So, if you guys like this, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you guys want to see more World Warfare and economics dev diaries, I will be making it. I am being notified every time that there is a dev diary from Lotus himself, so I do love that Lotus has been working with me on getting things out for the game. I appreciate that he is still working hard on this, and this is looking a lot better than that one video that I made previously. So leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Look out for the next video that I'm going to make on the dev diaries, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.